Welcome back, guys. This is Saturday afternoon and we are back to another video. This time we've got another PS5 sat here which has a faulty HDMI port. So what we will do is we will... it's this bad boy here. It's actually on a stand. It came with a stand this time. Picked this up off of eBay. We will pull it apart, get it down to, so obviously it's the main board, and then from there we'll just do the HDMI port. Once I'm done with this, it looks like it's got a little bit of kind of, not dirt, but it's kind of browny at the top and at the colours here. I'm just wondering if it's just, maybe it's been in a smoker's house, I don't know. We'll find out, but it's easy enough to clean. So what we'll do is, we'll get it pulled apart, get the HDMI fixed, repaired, replaced, and I'll show you that under the camera in a second how bad it is. Then from there, I have all these controls there to be fixed. So we will get that, get all the controllers fixed up, and we will get two of them linked to the PS5, and potentially this may be up for sale. I do have my black one there, that's for me personally to use with my PC, but the PS5 will be either up for sale, either I'm going to keep it and use it for testing purposes, but you know, we'll never say never. So let's get this under the camera and I will show you what is going on with the port. So if we can bring this under here, we will zoom in. Let's get it zoomed in, let's get it focused, come on. And there we go, you can see literally, there we go, that's it. You can see the HDMI port is actually mangled. So yeah, that's the main problem. Other than that, the PS5 looks in good condition. So we will get this pulled apart and fixed. Right guys, back in a bit. Right guys, we are back. I've now pulled and disassembled the entire PS5 and just look at the mess of this. I mean, this still spins. I have no idea how this PS5 worked with zero overheating. This is the heatsink, just take a look at that. This has been a smoker's PS5 for sure. It's just absolutely bananas. I mean, it's disgusting. Look at that. I mean, the fan is just crazy. Yeah, so we're going to need to give this a good deep clean. Get into all the nooks and crannies. The vents are all clogged up. I mean, that is a lot of tar, nicotine, dust, grime. Most of it is nicotine and tar from obviously the cigarettes. So yeah, even the covers are all stained. Look, they're all yellow. Mentioned that obviously at the start of the video, but I didn't actually think it was that bad. All the heat sinks are clogged up also. I've even pulled apart the PSU. If you look at the PSU, let me grab my spatula. Just look at this. I mean, it's just nuts. That's, and then in the corner here, this is all stuck in. It's all welded in by the looks of things. This is like part of the power supply, but this isn't. I mean, I'm surprised this actually worked. Pardon me. Obviously we'll need to give this a really deep clean. Obviously being careful with the power supply, it's obviously still holding charge, which yeah, be careful guys. It can give a nasty zap. This is part of the shielding as well. Just look at this, it's all gunked up as well. As said, yeah, I'm surprised it worked. So let's get back to changing out this HDMI port first. Then we will crack on with giving this bad boy a deep clean. It's probably one of the, if not the dirtiest PS5s I have come across in regards to nicotine. But it's easy fixed if you've got the patience and time to do it, which I have. So yeah, let's get cracking, guys. Let's get the HDMI port fixed and then it deep cleaned all back together, and we have one working PS5. Right, see you in a bit, guys, at the solar station. Back in a tick. Right, guys, excuse me, we're under the scope again, just to see obviously the damage actually done to the port. It actually is a lot worse than first thought. So if you can see obviously on the left there is damage, okay, but if we turn this around and we look under, it's basically all mangled on the right with the pin embedded on the right hand side just there, okay. Let's get a wee look in there. You can see it obviously bottom right there, which is not good. Now the main problem here is if we have a look at the pins at the back, this is what concerns me. Let me just get some light on that. Look at the pins, they're all bent. This has been pushed in with a lot of force. It's actually destroyed this part here. This part here's hanging off. All these pins are not attached to any pad, and if they are bent, halved in two. Those two pins are attached, these are not. Look how bad this is. So this has been pushed in with a lot of force. So please be careful when it comes to popping in HDMI ports. You can do a lot of damage. So let's get this port taken off and we will see the extent of the damage. Fingers crossed we don't have any traces or pads to replace. So yeah, let's get started. Right, guys, that's the board prepped. I'll always be honest with you guys, sometimes it goes well, sometimes it goes not well. Now, let me put some light on this. As you can see on the screen, look at this. So this is what I had to do to get the holes to be big enough for the grounding points of the HDMI port to go through. These ones went absolutely fine, literally seconds to do. I tinned the pads as well. This one here, so as I said, this one is loose, but it's hanging on in there. This is a ground pad, which is absolutely fine. Now, I'm just going to pop in the new HDMI port in a second to see if it fits in. But yeah, look at these. I had to dig these out. No matter what I did, I could not get whatever solder or what was in there out. This went fine, this didn't. So yeah, you've got to make do with what you've got. I finally got it out, and you know, big enough for the pins. So let me just pop in the HDMI, and I'll show you this on the screen in a second. So this obviously will pop in. 2 seconds. There we go. Pops in straight away. Obviously it's a little bit loose at the moment. That's because it's not obviously in. Let me bring this back up to the camera underneath the scope. We'll bring this up. Let's see if I can get this on with one hand. Hard to do with one hand, but let's give it a try. Right. So as you can see, the pins line up perfectly well. They're easy tacked down, which is not a problem. Second one in from the left, that's the ground point. That's the one that's dodgy. And these ones here, the grounding points or the anchors are dodgy as hell. But this is obviously mine. For obviously testing purposes, I don't mind. There's a little bit of a gap there. I'll just need to push that down a little bit more. That's absolutely fine. We'll get some solder in from the top and the bottom. That will be enough to ground them. But yeah, what an absolute pain in the butt that was. It did not like the holes on the right. It just, whatever I tried, it felt as if it was making it worse. But you know, we live and we learn. I'll always be honest with you guys. You know, I won't BS yous. So what we'll do is we'll get these tacked down, and then hang on, we'll get these tacked down and we will test. But they look absolutely spot on. That should be a breeze. And then we'll get some good solder on the anchor points there. So yeah, let's do that just now, guys. We're back in a tick. So hang fire. So that's the back tacked down, guys. I had to double them up just for extra strength. Not the best, but we had to do with what we got. These won't go anywhere. They're just grounding points or anchor points. So we'll flip this. Okay, so let's see if we can do this. Right, so we've got a bridge at the far left, and we've got one pin still to go on the right, far right, which is easily fixed. Just need to sort out this bridge first. So let's see if we can do that. Right, so we'll fix those bridges, that's fine. Let's see if, let's clean my tip. Always clean your tip, need a good clean tip. Let's see if we can do this one. This one is being so stubborn. Oh, I think we got it on that one. Yes. Let's quickly clean up, guys, and we will double check this, but 100% sure it's all done. Oh, sorry guys, my tripod died, so it's now a janky method to get the last one up and running. We'll just do a quick clean. And we are good to go. We'll just do a quick test on the old multimeter. Yeah, it's all went wrong in this video. From the holes to the pins. Ah, well, let's see what the editing does. But I'll always be honest with you guys. Right. Let's just do a quick wipe. Yeah, I doubled up the anchor points at the back because obviously they're not the best with obviously what's happened. As said, the first two went absolutely fine, but the other side just did not go to plan whatsoever. So let me get this last one soldered on and we'll be good. Just doing a quick clean, guys. Right. Okay, dokie. So Right guys, this is part of the assembly, but we'll do this as another video as well. So this is obviously how to upgrade your thermal pads on a PS5 digital. Now, as you can see, obviously it's been pulled apart, ready to go. I have got MX4, and I've obviously got right here, I've got pre-cut pads that are to go on. These are Arctic. They're 120 by 20 mil, and they're 1.5 mil thickness. These replace all the crappy PS5 Sony stuff, and as you can see, look, they're pretty much, it's brittle. It has been sitting out for a few days, but yeah, they're not the best. So what we'll do is we'll get all this cleaned up. We've got our trusty cotton bud, some alcohol, and then we'll replace these and get them upgraded. So let's get started. Basically, this will bring temperatures way down from I think it's from the 90s or high 80s down to it's either low 70s or upper 60s. So there is a significant drop in temperature. So let's get these all cleaned up first, and then we'll get everything installed. Right, so we'll speed this up, guys. I do this with all the PS5s that come in asking for a cooling upgrade. And that's it, guys. Pretty much the upgrade complete. All that's left now is just to scrape off the kind of excess old thermal pads, as you can see, and then from there just give it a quick clean. We'll start putting on the upgraded liquid metal, and that is how to fully upgrade your PS5 digital with thermal pads for better cooling. You replace the thermal pads, you replace the liquid metal with better stuff, and that's pretty much it. There's also something else that I can do. I'll show you that in another video. I've got it here already. You can obviously do the fan mode trick, so we can show you that in another video, but as it stands, this is all you will need to stop your PS5 overheating. If you don't want to do it yourself, then by all means get a shop to do it and ask them to do this and or video it for you, so you know that it's done correct. Just obviously what I've done. So all we've got to do now is put this back together, put the liquid metal on it, and get it all booted up and sorted. So that's it, guys. One upgraded PS5 digital thermal pads, back and front, all complete. So guys, this is the bit I'm always telling people to do. When this comes out from factory, there is not enough liquid metal on this. Yes, there is liquid metal on it, but there is not sufficient liquid metal to do the cooling. So this is the root cause of the #1 overheating on a PS5. Okay, so if you want to get this upgraded, get it done by myself and or a shop, and ask them to put on enough. You can use the stuff that's already on it and just add a tiny little bit more. But you want to add a significant amount for the additional cooling. That, with the upgrades of the thermal pads, you will be golden when it comes to gaming and no overheating. So yeah, this is the root cause of the #1 problem with overheating. If you can, get it upgraded. If not, then you know, turn it off, back on again, give it time to cool down. But yeah, try and get this upgraded with better stuff. Right, let's get back to it. I just took some off that, guys. I just thought there was just a little bit too much on it, which is perfectly fine. You can easily take it off by just drawing it back into the syringe. So yeah, that's pretty much what you're wanting. A nice shine, like a nice little puddle on the APU, along with the other part, which is obviously at the bottom, which we've obviously just done a second ago. And that's basically how you want to upgrade your thermal cooling or the liquid metal on the PS5. So we'll go over this again quickly, and then we'll get it back together. Now that is the perfect amount, guys. You can literally see the shine on it. It's like a tiny little puddle. You can actually see it moving back and forwards when I tilt. It looks a lot, but it actually isn't. See what I mean? There you go, left, right. It doesn't look a lot, but in fact, sorry, actually, correction. It does look a lot, but it's actually not. So once we get this into position, we'll flip this over. Right guys, I'm back on the gimbal. So as you can see, this is not obviously in and bolted in properly. Neither is the top cover. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this over to the kind of testing station, and then we'll see if this bad boy powers on. So let's get this plugged in. Hard to do with one hand as usual, but let's give it a try. Then we'll go with the HDMI port. Oh, wrong way. Oh, sorry, it was the right way. Right, okay. That's it in. We will then get this powered on. So on a count of 3, 1, 2, 3. We've got the blue light, which is good. Let's see if we get a a splash screen. Still blue. Oh yeah, it's looking good to me. Yep, that looks good to me, guys. And we've got a white light as well, which is always good. Just need to wait for the Sony symbol now. Boom! Another PS5 fixed. The PS5 from hell, where everything went wrong. So let me just plug this cable in, guys, and then we'll get it all hooked up. So we'll just waiting for this to come on. Boom. There we go. Coming online now. Okay it, and it's okayed. So this should go into the last user's or old person's account, which is there. We'll just blur that out, but as you can see, it's fully up and running, which is what we want. That's the games installed there. We can go up to media, we can go to search, settings, and the account, which obviously I will blur out, no problem. But yeah, that's it, guys. So we've got one more thing to do. So this has basically had two stages. The thermal pad upgrade to 1.5mm. That would be stage 2. Stage 3 is the new thermal liquid, or sorry, the liquid metal thermal grizzly liquid metal upgrade. And the next stage is this here. Not that one. It's one of these. So these here are for the fans. These make the fans spin about anywhere between 25 and 50% faster. So these plug in to this here, and then we obviously bow them in there. So this would be stage 1. So this is stage 1 of the cooling upgrade. Stage 2 would be the thermal pads. Stage 3 would be the liquid metal upgrade. But you would do stage 2 and stage 3 together. So effectively 2 stages, but you could class it as 3. So I'll do another video on these, we'll finish up and get everything bolted down and covers on, etc. And yeah, we are looking good. I've also got another one of these to go in. This was about 100 quid. I think it was £109. It's a 2 terabit. It's a Gen 5. Yeah, Gen 5. Sorry, Gen 4. Gen 4. And going by the last one installed and another one, these got reads of about 6,300, give or take. So what we'll do is we will pop these in, and we will do a complete reset on this, and then we'll be good to go. Right, guys, I've actually just turned the PS5 off now. So this is the kind of final part of the kind of rebuild. As you can see here, I forgot to clean something, and as you can see, it's filthy. So I did clean the bright kind of plastic bit that turns white. I totally forgot to do that, and that's why it's all dirty. But the main reason we're here is we are going to install one of these, the white one in particular. So these are basically little kind of circuit boards that have this one here is adjustable. So this plugs into your fan port and like that, and then this cable here plugs in to that end. From that point on, this little switch you can adjust, and you can ramp up to an extra 50% on the fan to give that extra cooling. Now you can hear the difference in a second once I get this set up, so bear with me. But yeah, if you're gaming hard, then this would be my number one stage one of upgrades to go with. So stage one would be buy this, which is about £10. I'll put the link in the description. Stage two would be to get the thermal pads done within the PS5 itself. And a stage 3 upgrade for cooling would be old liquid metal off and better liquid metal on from a different manufacturer, taking into account that the stock liquid metal doesn't come with enough liquid metal. There is lack of liquid metal, and that's the number one root cause of overheating. So basically stage 1 would be adding this to ramp up the fan an extra 25 to 50%. Stage 2 would be the thermal pads, and then obviously stage 3 would be to replace the liquid metal with better stuff and that tiny little bit extra for cooling. So this is the fan powering up on stock, so you'll hear the difference. Give me 2 seconds. So you literally can't hear it. It's virtually silent. I don't think it's going to get picked up on camera. As you can see, we're coming up to the splash screen, but there is no significant fan increase. So the fan will sit at that regardless of how hard you are gaming. Now, let me get set. Let me turn this off. Okay. And let me add this, and then what we can do is we can show you the difference this little gadget makes. So we'll let this power off. There we go, fan off. So be back in a second, guys. Let me get this set up, you'll see that in a second. Right guys, let me pull this stock fan out. Okay, there we go. Pull the cable out, or the power cable out at the back. What we'll do is we will install, this cable goes into the fan port here. It's keyed, so there's only one way that this can go in, so there's no problem putting it in the wrong way. Okay. Pop that in like so. Again, this is keyed, and the fan will only pop in one way on the little PCB board, boom, like so. And I've just got a little drill bit, not drill bit, but iFixit bit. It's a flathead. This is just to adjust the adjuster. So we'll turn this on in a second. Let's go. Oh, hang on, only put power in, that would help, George. Right, so power is in, let's turn it on. Fan is spinning up. There we go. We are up again, that's fine. The fan is spinning once more. Again, there is no significant noise coming off the fan. It is set to kind of stock RPM settings. So let's get this set up. So you will now see me adjust this. So what we'll do is we'll ramp this up high for the video. And 1, 2, 3, you'll hear the difference. There we go, guys, it's like a jet engine. Alright, that's it, ramped up to the max, and there is a massive, significant amount of air coming off that. It is going 10 to the dozen. That is a lot of air that's getting pushed. Now what we'll do is we will Adjust this down to about 1/4 speed. So basically that is back to stock. This will be just a quarter, if that, just a quick nip. There is a difference as well. That is faster than stock. Let's go again. You can hear it. And let's go once more. And that is a significant amount of air being pushed just with this little dial. Now my recommendation is, you don't need it up full tilt. All I would suggest is bringing it back to the stock RPM, which is that one there. It's virtually silent, as you can hear, there's nothing. And then all I would do is, if you've got Stage 1, which is this, Stage 2 is the thermal pads, Stage 3 is the liquid metal, I would literally just nip this about not even a quarter, and that adds about maybe 250, 300 RPM. It goes from being completely silent to you just being able to hear the fan spin that little bit faster. You would basically tuck these cables in here, you would get it all nipped up and tucked in proper, and then obviously the top cover would go on easy enough. We can do that, but it would basically tuck in there, not a problem, like something like that, like so. Top cover would go on, the fan is spinning an extra 300, 350 RPM. That is plenty to cool this PS5. As said, 3 stages of cooling, fan RPM upgrade, thermal pads upgrade, and the liquid metal upgrade. And that's it, guys. I'll basically now install the M.2, keep this in. I'm going to test these ones. This one here doesn't work, it gets far too hot. I need to send that back and get a refund or an extra one. My advice would be get the ones that are adjustable, that way these are not on full pelt all the time. So the brown one here is adjustable also, but the way I've looked at it is the white one is the better one. So that's it, guys. Another PS5 fixed with upgrades. Stage 1, 2 and 3 for cooling. HDMI port fixed, and we're up and running. So yeah, I hope you like this one, and we'll see you. Oh, don't actually forget to like and subscribe. Almost forgot about that. And we'll see you in the next one. Alright guys, catch you later. Bye.